Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my November favorites. I've been trying a lot of new makeup out recently, so I'm really excited to share with you what I have been liking. So my first favorite for the month of November is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And first of all, I love this packaging. It's like a frosted glass and it does come with a pump too. I'm in the color vanilla, and the only thing I will say is this foundation does not have a very wide range of colors, but I feel like if you have the money to spend on a couple different colors, you can mix and you can like mix up the colors and create your perfect shade. And I would say that it has a very dewy finish, so if you are more oily, this might not work for you. But maybe pair it with like a mattifying primer and then this foundation, and you might like it even if you are oily. For concealer, my favorite is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and this is in the color Light Neutral, and this is almost exactly the same as the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So the NARS applicator, like when you put it underneath your eyes, I just feel like it kind of tugs at your eye area a little bit. So this one is a doe foot applicator, and I really like it because it's soft underneath the eyes and it's just comfortable to put on. And this concealer blends out really nicely, and I will say that if you do get like a shade off, it's really not going to make that big of a difference because once it blends out, it just looks so natural on the skin. So I feel like you can get away with using like a lot of different shades of this concealer. So just in general, I've really been liking liquid lipsticks recently, and they all dry to a matte finish and they last a really long time, so that's the number one reason why I like them. But they can be kind of hard to put on, and they can kind of like smear a little bit if you don't let them dry like fully. So what I've really been liking to pair with any liquid lipsticks is this lip liner by No Bleeding Lips. And it looks like this, and it's just a clear lip liner. So since my favorite lipsticks are liquid lipsticks, I have two to share with you today. The first one is by Kat Von D, and it's in the color Lolita. And these are pretty much like almost the same color, but I absolutely love this. It goes on, like it dries matte obviously, and I'll swatch it for you. It's just like a chestnut brown color, and it looks like that. So it obviously dries to a matte finish, but it doesn't feel very matte on your lips, if that makes any sense at all. So a lot of times if you wear liquid lipsticks for a long time, it could just feel like drying on your lips. But this liquid lipstick by Kat Von D is, I think it's the Everlasting Matte Liquid Lips or whatever. But these are the most comfortable liquid lipsticks I have ever used, and I've used like the Too Faced Melted lipsticks, I've tried the ColourPop ones, I've tried the NYX ones, and I will say by far, if you're going to spend the money on a higher end liquid lipstick, go for the Kat Von D ones, because it literally doesn't feel like it's a matte lipstick on your lips. It feels like you have nothing on your lips. So my next favorite is Tulle by ColourPop Cosmetics, and this is their version of the liquid lipsticks. And honestly, like, it's literally almost the same color. I'm actually wearing this on my lips today. I've really just been loving this brown kind of lip recently because it's not too dark and it's not like a nude, like a peachy nude either. So that's just what I've been liking recently. So that is Lolita, and this one is Tulle. And again, I'm wearing Tulle on my lips today. I did forget to mention this primer. So this is the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector primer, and this is just a little sample that I got at Sephora. And I know that I always say I'm dry, and I do have dry skin, but I have issues with my foundation breaking up around my T-zone area and kind of looking a little bit oily, but it's not like my skin that's oily, it's just because I've been wearing my makeup for too long. So I've really been liking this primer because matte primers are supposed to make your makeup last longer as opposed to like dewy primers. So since when I wear my makeup, I wear it for a long period of time, I really like to mix a matte primer with a very dewy foundation, and I always make sure to moisturize my skin and use like MAC Fix Plus and stuff like that just to bring like the dewiness back to my skin. But I do like to mix it with a matte primer because I feel like it doesn't break up in my T-zone area. So I've really been liking this one. My next favorite I have used in quite a few videos, but I don't think I've ever mentioned it in a favorites video or anything like that, and this is Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics. And this is like the perfect highlighter. I absolutely love this highlight. And this is like what I use on days where I really want to make sure that my skin looks glowy. So this is what, so that is one swatch right there. I don't know if the light is catching it, but that's just one swatch. My next favorite is also by Becca, and this is the Rose Gold highlighter, and I cannot use this as a highlighter because my skin is too fair and it just doesn't come off as a highlight on my skin. But what I do with this is I just put it over my blush, and it just gives like my cheeks a very luminous, like highlighted look. So I have really been liking Rose Gold, more so in the summer, but I do also like it for the fall time, and that is what this one looks like. As you can see, it's a little bit darker, so you can't, if you have like a really light skin tone, you probably couldn't get away with using this as a highlighter, but you can definitely use it as a blush or just to layer over your blush. My last highlighter that I have been obsessed with, and this is the highlighter that I'm wearing today on my cheekbones, and this is by Laura Geller, and it's in the color Gilded Honey, and this is just a perfect gold highlighter. It's kind of similar to Champagne Pop, but Champagne Pop is a little bit more beige. So that is what Gilded Honey looks like on my hand, and then it is what I'm wearing on my cheekbones today. So the only blush that I've been wearing for the month of November and October has been this blush by Milani, and it's in the color Luminoso, and I just think it's like the perfect blush for fall. It is very shimmery, so if you like more of that matte finish, I wouldn't recommend this for you because it is a baked blush. So it's very shimmery, and I've had this for a really long time, and I just hit pan on it. So this has been the only blush that I've been using recently. My next favorite is a bronzer by Makeup Forever, and I don't know what color this is because it doesn't have it on here, but I do know that it's, if you go on Sephora, it's the second one from the light. Like there's two bronzers for medium, or for light skin tones, 2 bronzers for medium skin tones, and 2 bronzers for deep skin tones. And it kind of goes like one's more cool, one's more warm. This is the second one on the website for light skin tones, and this is the more warm one. So that's what this one looks like. And it's a matte bronzer, and I've been loving this for contouring. So I've kind of been getting away from the contour kits as far as like contouring my face. So I've really been liking this one by Makeup Forever, and also the Benefit Hoola bronzer, but that one's just like an oldie but goodie. This one is good for fair skin tones if you don't want that ashy contour, because what I noticed in the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette is the very light contour shade is a little bit too ashy for my skin. It almost looks like I'm bruised. So if I want a contour, I'll take a little bit of that one, but then I'll blend it out with this, and it just creates like the perfect contour shade for me. I know this came out a long time ago, but I have really been liking the Tartelette palette, and this has And this has 12 matte shades, and I have really been getting into matte eyeshadow recently, so that is what this palette looks like. I really just love the shades. You could do smoky eyes or more neutral eyes with it. I am wearing Free Spirit and Force of Nature and also Supermom on my lids today. That's these three. And mainly I have really been liking this Force of Nature shade right here. I have been using this every day for the past month, and it is just like, it's almost like Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. It's just a little bit more beige, but I've really been loving that as a transition shade. So even if I'm not using this palette on the eyes, I will use that shade as my transition shade just because I just think it's like the perfect color, especially for my skin tone. But I've also been liking the shade Best Friend, which is right there. And yeah, I just think this is a really good palette. So if you need any Christmas gifts or anything like that, Definitely the Tartelette palette, because I just think that it can go with pretty much all different skin tones. It's more of a neutral palette, a little bit of cool tones, but I just think that a lot of people can get a lot of use out of this palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed my November favorites. I wanted to get a look up before Thanksgiving, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen. But I definitely will be doing some holiday looks for Christmas. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you like my videos. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.